Ad paid for by Marjan Philhour for Supervisor 2020. Financial disclosures are available at sfethics.org.
I'm here to talk about a little bit about bike and pedestrian safety and transportation in their neighborhood. And as Marjan said, I live here in Inner Richmond. I'm at 6th and Fulton, and I am deeply passionate about these topics and have spent a lot of time working on them. So I moved to San Francisco 7 years ago, and I've been able to live car-free. So making our streets safer and easier to get around is something that really matters to me. Unfortunately, something that goes along with that, I've been hit 4 times in my life while biking or walking by people driving. That includes 3 times in the last 4 years, none in the neighborhood, thankfully, but 3 times elsewhere in the city. I've been fortunate to walk away from my crashes with nothing more severe than a broken hand, but that's not the case for everyone. That's why I'm passionate about doing this, especially in neighborhoods like the Richmond. This disproportionately impacts seniors, people with mobility issues, and we need to make our streets safer for everyone. So the purpose of this group was to understand the ways that people are interested in making the streets safer for all. So respondents included a decent number of people who get around by bike, bus, their own cars, or by walking. But essentially, we're all multimodal at some point, as Marjan indicated, right? Like, we're increasingly seeing this blend of how we get around. So making it safer for people walking, biking, is really, really a primary focus. So 3 ideas that came out of this that I want to spend a little bit more time talking about, though there's so much more you could say here. Really, first, people want to get around by ways other than cars. I think our survey responses show that. Plenty of people do, but we need to make it safer and more accessible. More people will bike if they have access to a protected bike lane, or a slow street that doesn't have as much traffic, or a traffic calmed Golden Gate Park, all as examples in our neighborhood, right? So respondents were overwhelmingly in favor of the Slow Streets program, and that will really allow more people of all ages and modes to prioritize walking and biking, and really just putting our streets, especially our neighborhood streets like Lake, and hopefully soon Cabrillo, to open up to more uses for people to enjoy them other than just people driving through. And so we can really do that. Plus, in this time, as we're facing the COVID pandemic, it's important to have access to space where we can do that. Second, people want to slow down traffic on our streets. A majority of respondents are in favor of 20-mile-an-hour speed limits when we're talking about our residential areas, and lowering them on streets like Fulton, Park Presidio, and Geary. Speed is the #1 factor when it comes to vehicle collisions, and it's the #1 factor when it comes to whether or not people survive if they're hit while walking or biking. I'm here today because I've been hit at low speeds, thankfully. Finally, it didn't really make the slide, but it's hard not to talk about transportation without talking about rideshare. It's convenient, but many studies support that it's increasing our congestion throughout our city. So most respondents are in favor of regulating rideshare to help lessen congestion burdens. These are just a few of the ideas. As noted, please feel free to add more to it. We want to hear more of your thoughts. And that's all from me. Thanks, Marjan.